What's up, guys? This is Nubby, and this is my end of the day for Group A video. Honestly, it's just going to be a quick review of Group A. I didn't have enough time to actually make a predictions video for Group A, so this is just going to be a quick review, and then we're going to move into my Group B predictions. The only reason I'm not making a Group C prediction video is because I could not give less of a shit about Group C, because it's just going to be SKT and EDG beating up on the Bangkok Titans in H2K, and then going hard on each other when they're on their game, and SKT's probably still going to beat EDG. If I had to guess, H2K might get an upset on EDG if I had to predict anything, but at the end of Group C, it will be SKT, EDG, and then H2K and Bangkok Titans, with H2K getting an upset over EDG, I think. I don't think anyone's going to beat SKT just because they're that good right now. But just to do a quick review, back to where I was originally getting to, is Group A, and the end of the day record for the teams in Group A was Flash Wolves getting the first seed and Coup Tigers getting the second seed. And the Coup Tigers kind of choked a little bit against Flash Wolves, but what I want to talk about first is Pain Gaming was so... they were so close. They almost beat Flash Wolves again. And if they would have done that, who knows what kind of momentum they would have taken in against the Coup Tigers. Do I think that even if they would have beat the Flash Wolves in their game today, they would have beat Coup Tigers? I don't think so. I think that momentum would have helped them make it a closer game. I still don't think they would have won, though, which would have still put them in third. But just because of that momentum, I think they would have made it closer. But Coup Tigers beat them pretty convincingly when they went against each other both times. So Pain Gaming did give a good run at it. They did get more than one win in the groups, which is the first time an international wildcard team has ever done that. So major props. Good job, Pain Gaming. Good job. Now, in the course of getting 2 wins in the groups, Pain Gaming beat, guess who? NA's Hope going into Worlds, CLG. And just like typical CLG, instead of choking in the playoffs this time, they just choked at Worlds in groups, which was supposed to be an easy group for them. I don't understand what happened. They completely got demolished by almost everyone. And honestly, they're looking like some of the Chinese teams out there, especially LGD. Like, they're looking as bad as that. I really don't understand it. But what I do understand is that even though NA's Hope, CLG, got wrecked in the group stage, Cloud9's got their back. And honestly, we'll just go into Cloud9. If they haven't improved a little bit over the course of the last week or since the last group stages, I'd be super surprised. Like, honestly, I can't imagine that, like everyone else is saying, that the only kind of strategy they have is this Tristana fast push strategy that they've been using. Like, what are they going to... Are teams going to ban Trist and Vigard? So many other picks will get through then. You could then possibly put balls on an even stronger top lane that he's comfortable with. So I don't really understand what matters if they let Trist through. Like, Sneaky can play other stuff. We've seen that. He's one of the better members on Cloud9. So I don't know why people were worried or thinking that all of a sudden Cloud9 is going to break. Even during PTL, Doa, he said, which I can kind of agree with, but he said this about Cloud9.
I mean, that's really it, isn't it? Like, C9 is 3-0, and that's awesome. It's cool to see an NA team, especially C9, be able to do that in their group in the first week of Worlds. But the thing is their wins look fragile. And I think that's the best way to describe how C9 looks right now, is they look good, but they look fragile. And I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them go 0-3 in the second week.
Now, I can sort of agree with Doa, but at the same time, every team has looked fragile at Worlds. Like, every team, maybe for the exception of SKT, but every team at Worlds right now has shown weaknesses and has shown moments where at any point it looks like they could just break. And, I mean, like, again, the Chinese teams, most of them have already been broken. Come on. Okay, so now that I got the China team joke out of the way, we'll move on again here to what I was originally saying about Cloud9's pick ban and them not being as fragile as I think people and analysts like Doa see them as. They got through their main strategy, which is the fast push Trist strategy. They got that in every game. If teams try to ban that out or pick it against them, teams will either get beaten at Cloud9's own game and strategy because obviously they know how to play that, or something else will get through. Do teams give up the Vygar ban so they can make sure Sneaky doesn't get Trist? No, I think teams will ban Vygar, pick Trist against Cloud9, and then see if that puts Sneaky on something more uncomfortable. But we all know that Sneaky is one of the better players on Cloud9. So because of that, he's just going to get something that he's still comfortable with. Balls, if anything, will just be put back on that sweet Diamond 2 Darius and just dunk everyone. Again, even if he misses everything else. As long as he can press R on someone's head, we got this. But what I think teams are going to do, and if I'm right, C9 will go 5-1 or if not undefeated in this group, I think. Yeah, that's a really bold statement. Holy shit. Fuck it. I'm going with C9's going to go 5-1 if not undefeated in group stages, just because I think teams will still try to camp balls as if his name is Dyrus or something. And if they do that, Cloud9 would continue to play around the fact that they know how to play as if Balls is going to get dumpstered in the top lane. But if that happens, then they better beat Incarnation one-on-one and just put Incarnation so far behind, because if they can't take advantage of how shitty Balls is and they can't put Sneaky on something uncomfortable to play, they better beat Cloud9 in the mid lane, because Incarnation has shown up and he's playing really well, and I just don't think any team's going to be able to take it, especially when you have cocky choke artists like Fnatic. And we've all seen this. Fnatic as a whole has not been playing like the Fnatic that went 18-0. I don't know what happened, but you can see, or at least it seems like, Huni isn't playing like we expected Huni to play. And I think he's one of the weaker, if not the weakest members coming out of week 1 on Fnatic. Like, you could see that there was some cockiness. I mean, that's like silver division cockiness, what he was doing with Yasuo. And if they keep playing like that, it's hard to see them being able to even beat Cloud9, or they might not even make it out of groups. Like, right now, this group is really scary for the teams under Cloud9, because they're all not playing well, and it's very, very likely, unless something has changed with Fnatic, that they might not even get out. And if that happens, that's surprising, especially when Huni has said things like this on stage when they're preparing for a match.
This feeling. I so miss this.
Apparently Huni missed it so much he forgot how to play. Boom! Shots fired. Yes. But Huni doesn't have to worry, because he's in good company when it comes to teams that choke. And by that I'm talking about Invictus Gaming, who have yet to live up to any of the hype that Chinese teams have been given coming into Worlds, and they have been getting torn apart by Chinese fans. And you just have to take note that really none of the players that were seen to do well at Worlds are doing well at all. And I know it sounds like a broken record, but we just have to point out that Kid and Kitties, they have been an obvious weakness. Ironically, the only win that Invictus Gaming has is when Kid and Kitties didn't go negative and they went positive against AHQ. In my opinion, the only glimmer of hope that Invictus Gaming has is in the form of their mid laner Rookie. And Rookie is the only one that has gone positive in at least two out of their 3 games, and that includes their loss against C9. And just to be clear, on the game that they lost against C9, he was the only one that went positive on the team. So Rookie, if he can step up just a little bit more and come through as the good, like the really good mid laner that people know him to be, then I think they can start getting wins. But I will make this call. I think that if Invictus Gaming loses their first game, I think it might put them on tilt. And they have a chance of going 1-2, if not 0-3, in this second part of groups. I think that's very possible. If that happens, there's a chance that all of a sudden AHQ, it's so hard to call what AHQ is going to show up. But if Invictus Gaming chokes and Fnatic keeps playing cocky and not Fnatic-like, then AHQ could just go full Flash Wolves, and I don't think they'll get first. But I think AHQ has a good chance of getting second. Especially if I could see it that they could even ride off the momentum of Flash Wolves doing so well, and they might pull through. And I think that for Group B, like I said, Cloud9 is going to be at the top. They are going to go 5-1, if not undefeated. Number 2, I think will still be Fnatic, because I think out of all the teams, I think Fnatic will fix their problems. And then AHQ, and then I think Invictus Gaming isn't going to do well. I'm still going with that. Good job, guys. You made it to the end of the video, and for that, you get a gold star. But if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my videos, like hopefully the Group D video that I'm going to be coming out with, honestly, I know it's out of order, but I wanted to make sure I had time and put time into a Group B prediction video, because I really just wanted to talk about Group B because I find it to be the most entertaining group. So after Group B is Group D for me for the most entertaining, but I don't know if I'll have enough time to get out that video. I'm hoping I do, and if I do, you can click on the gold star here to subscribe to me so you don't miss that, or you can find my other social media links in my description, and you'll find if you do subscribe that I'm constantly trying to put out content, whether it be vlog predictions, or just gaming related stuff in general. I even brought in more people, my good friend Sheepy, to help me out on the channel. So he's going to be adding more content to it as well. And also, Sheepy, by the way, this sweet backdrop is all for you, baby. So I hope to see you guys in the next one, and thank you, honestly, for if you do watch this. It means a lot. It really does. See you guys.